Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. It is day 4 of the Find Your Marketing Wow Challenge, and I am actually trying a different setup here, and I hope the acoustics, I hope everything's okay. I'm going to go ahead and share this in our group. So give me a second here, guys. I need to get this going here. Give me a second to get things set up. Gotta refresh. All right, we're gonna get started in just a minute, hopefully at the very top of the hour here. And I'm gonna get this shared in our group so you can participate either on the page or in the group. Here we are. Okay, just takes like a minute to pop up there. So I've got it now. Let me just go ahead and click share. Here we go. All righty. All right, so we're going to share it in the Find Your Marketing Well. I wish I could do this before it starts just to make it a little smoother, but that's okay. We're live. And all right, so you should be able to follow me now in either our page, Cindy's Community, or in our group. All right, so I just want to first of all congratulate you, because if you're here, that means that you've been sticking with this challenge. And I know it's only 5 days, but it's still a commitment. And I really appreciate you for sticking with this, for showing up, for engaging, and for forcing me to take a shower every day, which is very unusual for me. I usually come home from my workout and I'm a total slob. So I thank you for forcing me to actually put on makeup and get dressed. And I do really sincerely thank you for showing up, and the community in our Facebook group. If you're watching this on my page and you haven't yet joined our Facebook group, make sure you do if you're part of the challenge. You should have gotten an email from me with the link to our Facebook group. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, it's not too late. You can just go to findyourmarketingwow.com, and what's going to happen is that on Friday, which is tomorrow, you're going to get the recap of all of the training. So even if you've missed some, it's okay. You'll be able to get caught up. And I'm also going to give you a special PDF, a document with all of the emails for the training. So you'll be able to catch up. And of course, tomorrow is our master class, where I'm going to take everything that we shared over the past few days and pull all the pieces together in a really streamlined way. I'm going to share case studies and examples to really bring everything to life for you and really show you how to transform that wow into an authentic, client attracting message. So you're not too late. And if you're in our challenge and you're enjoying this, please share this post from my Facebook group, from the Facebook page, to your friends and colleagues who can benefit. All right, so now that I've covered sort of the logistics and the housekeeping, I want to dive into today's topic. So give me a little shout out if you can hear me, if everything's looking good, sounded good. I see Amanda's with us. Thank you, Amanda. If anybody else wants to just send me a little note to let me know you're here and all is good, that would be wonderful. I can see we do have people here live, which is great. Okay, so, all right, so I want to dive into today's topic. So we've covered a lot of parts of your wow. We've covered the inside of you in terms of really looking within you at your superpowers. We've looked at your passions, your personality. We've looked outside of you in terms of really understanding who your dream client is. And now we're going to do the part that, for me, I'm the most passionate about, and I think is the most important part of your wow and of your brand and of standing out and really attracting not just your clients, thank you, Kathy. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Peter. Hi, Diva. Thank you, guys. I love hearing from you, so I know I'm not out here all alone. Okay, so it's really about attracting the dream clients. And this is, I can remember like it was yesterday, when this happened for me, when the light bulb went off for me, and I love seeing this light bulb go off for my clients, and it's like, ta-da! And it just absolutely revolutionizes your business. And I'll show you how and why and all this detail in just a second. So the reason that this part is so important when we talk about dream client, to me, your dream client is somebody who not only values what you do, but who you are. And I think that when you can work with the people that you really click with, that really value who you are as a person, and you have that connection, it makes your work so much more powerful and a heck of a lot more fun. It's where you're able to really stand in your power to be able to help people in the most impactful way, and to charge the investment that is fair for you to be able to get to make the contribution you're here to make, right? So, you know, here's the thing. What we're going to be talking about is about taking a stand, standing out by taking a stand. And that is the most powerful way for your dream clients to say, wow, I want to work with you. Because they connect with the stand that you take. They connect with your message. And when you're doing this, when you're sharing this stand, you're connecting from your heart, not just from your head. And you're connecting in a really honest and authentic way. So the right people are attracted to you. Okay, so again, it's really important to be able to communicate from your head and be able to say, this is who I help them, this is who I help them with. But when you can put that heart piece in, when you can really do that heart-based marketing where you can show people who you really are and what you really stand for, that to me is when the light bulb goes off and the right people are attracted to you. So the way that I sort of capture this stand, if you will, is what I call your core message. And your core message is not what you do, it's why you do it. It's your unique approach, your unique perspective, the big idea you want to share with the world. And when you can share that and you can capture in your messaging what you stand for, it really lets you stand out. Because here's the way I want you to think about it. There are lots of people who do what you do and who work with the same type of clients that you do. But there's really no one else who does what you do and takes the same stand as you. That's your unique fingerprint that you're going to put on this world. So here's why this is important and how we use it. All right, so from an ideological perspective, I'm passionate about this because I really, really believe that you're here in your business, not just to say what other people want you to hear, but also what you have to say. And I think that this is something I've kind of repeated throughout this challenge because I'm so passionate about it. And I really believe in the power of it. So you're in this business here, you definitely need to speak the language of your ideal client. You have to be able to connect with them where they're at in their head on the journey that they're at. You have to use language that resonates with them. You have to speak to their pain points. All of that is very, very true. But you also deserve to share your thoughts, your stand, your perspective, because this is your business and you get to work with the people that you have that really strong connection with. So that's sort of the ideological perspective. From a marketing perspective, it's also obviously very powerful because, as I said before, when you're marketing and you're just coming from the place of the head, from the place of the logic, it's important, it's strategic. But when I want you to really think about it this way, when people decide to invest in you or anything else, they don't just make decisions from their head. And I know you've heard this, right? We buy from emotion and we justify with logic. So you need to be able to put your heart in your marketing. And we're going to talk a lot more. I'm going to break this down for you a lot more in tomorrow's masterclass and really show you the steps and give you some examples so you can really see how this comes to life. Okay, so make sure you join us there. Now, the other way that is important, we talked about ideologically, we talked about marketing, but it's also, your core message is also really important from a business perspective, from a strategic perspective, because what it does is it guides you in all of your decision making. So I want you to think about your core message as this umbrella for your brand. Okay, the umbrella for all of your marketing. It's like it covers everything that you do. It embraces everything that you do. And I use that core message as my guiding light in my marketing. I want to make sure that when whatever I share, every time I'm doing a interview, every time I'm doing a challenge, doing a Facebook Live, every time I'm writing a blog post, whatever I'm doing, that core message rings through so that people really have a clear, aligned understanding of what I'm about, what my brand is. But it's also going to guide you in other ways. It will guide you in some of your business decisions. For instance, should you launch a program? Let's say you're thinking about launching a program. I think as entrepreneurs, we always have all of these ideas in our head, like they're spinning round and round. And one of the things that I use to really evaluate, is this the right program for me to launch, is yes, I have to make sure it's what my ideal clients want, for sure. But I also want to make sure that it's aligned with what I stand for. And then in the marketing of that program, I want to make sure that it reflects the core message of my brand, so that I'm not putting out this, I'm not diluting the impact of my brand. I'm actually strengthening it. And sometimes what happens is that we end up with like all these sort of disjointed pieces, and what we're going to be doing is actually creating the strong core, the core message. I was talking with a client the other day, Michelle, and she's such a beautiful, smart lady, and she was telling me how she had all these ideas, and she started like going off and on all these ideas. And I just said, okay, let's put that on the idea board. You know, we're going to create like a Google Doc, or however you want to capture it, for all of your ideas that come up for you. But those are the branches. And what we need to do in our business is first build a strong trunk, right? That can sustain all those branches. And think of your core message as sort of like the heart of that tree trunk, you know, and also the umbrella over the leaves. It grows up through the roots and it covers the top. And so it's the foundation for your business, but it also is what guides you in your decisions. Because you want to have a strong, cohesive brand that shows up consistently, right? You want your message to be consistent. So that's a really good guiding point for your marketing. It's also going to help guide you in things like joint venture partners. Are they aligned with what you stand for in your business? And if they're not, it can, again, dilute your brand. Now, it doesn't mean that they have to be perfectly aligned, but you want to make sure that there's at least some congruence. So just think about the core message as the umbrella for your brand, and use it as a guiding light for your marketing and your business decisions. Okay. All right. So let's hear any insights or comments on what I've shared so far. I'd love to hear from you. And then I would love to share my core message with you and give you a couple of questions to help you think about yours. So any comments or questions so far on what I've shared? I'd love to hear from you guys. I know you're here live. I want to honor that. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and share below, and I'll swing back around and answer you. All right, come on, people, let's hear from you. All right, I'll give you a moment there. All right, so let me share my core message with you. And if you've worked with me at all, you already know it by heart. But if you don't, I want to share it with you. So my core message is, to be a smart marketer, you have to know your ideal clients, but to build a profitable business you love, you have to know yourself. And what's really cool about this core message is that even when I rebranded, even when I changed from Attract Your Niche to Marketing from Within, I had the same core message, because who I am as a person and what I stand for hasn't changed. Even if I've shifted my niche a little bit, even if I've, evolved my message, it's still who I am. It's still what I stand for. So your core message, again, is that guiding light, you know, that umbrella for you. Okay. All right. So know me either through this challenge or through working with me. Do you see, let me just ask you honestly, do you see my core message showing up in what we've done, in what we've created so far? Can you see it? Is it alive for you? Love to hear from some of you guys who know me, or even if you've just met me through this challenge. So go ahead and share some of your thoughts on there. Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be showing these things. Sorry, guys. All right. Yes. Okay, wonderful. I always forget. I can actually show your comments on the screen here. I completely forget to do it. All right. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. So those of you who are new to me, do you see that core message coming up for you? Yes. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yes, it is. It's because, you know, here's the thing. To me, too, marketing is all about sharing your message. And, you know, the thing is that your marketing, to be really authentic, has to be true to who you are. And there's nothing more true to who you are than that position that you take in your business, right? And that belief that you have. So for me, that's what really lets you shine through all the noise, all the clutter, and in the most authentic, powerful way. Yay. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your shares. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. So now in the exercise, I've given you a few questions in today's post for you to start thinking about your core message. And as you do it, I don't want you to worry too much about the exact words, because, you know, what we're going to be doing at this initial stage, at least, of development of your core message, I just want you to focus on the big idea, you know, and sometimes you can't really see it clearly. You're so close to it, you know, and I get that. Sometimes you need somebody to sort of help reflect things back to you or pull it out of you and help hold up that mirror for you to really see it. So I'm not expecting you to walk away from today with, yes, that's it. I just want you to start thinking about it, to start looking at it from that perspective and really embracing that, and not, you know, not getting upset if you don't quite arrive at the right perfect words or anything like that, okay? Because it is a process. It's a bit of a journey. So just start getting the creative juices flowing, and think about when you're speaking, when you're writing, is there a soapbox that you keep hammering back? You know, that's something that really drives you in your business, a big, strong belief that you have. You can also look at it from this perspective. When you look at other coaches or trainers who do similar things to you, do you feel like there's a place where they're just missing the mark? Like you have a whole other way of looking at it that you think will really transform the results for your clients, or you've seen transforms the results for your clients. So those are some of the questions you can start asking yourself. One of my favorite ways of thinking about it is if you literally had 30 seconds and you were in front of a room, imagine a room full of your ideal clients, and you have 30 seconds or whatever, give yourself a minute, but I think 30 seconds is more than enough to share your big idea. Not about what you do. This isn't about what you do, but you want to share something that's really empowering for them to understand. What would you say? What's that big difference that you really want them to get? So think about some of those questions. Go ahead and share them in the group. As I said, on tomorrow's call, I'll be sharing some case studies and examples. We'll dive into this more. So the way tomorrow's call is going to work, on to make sure you really understand, you don't have to sign up for it. You just have to show up. I am going to be streaming it in our Facebook group. So again, if you haven't yet joined that Facebook group, make sure you do so. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, go to findyourmarketingwow.com. I'm going to take all of the pieces of what we've done in these 4 days, tie them together, delve in deeper, because right now it's been a little like bits and pieces here. I want to tie it all together in a really systematic, streamlined way so you can understand how this all works together. And I'm also going to be revealing on tomorrow's call a whole other element that we haven't even begun to look at yet that is so key to you absolutely being powerful in selling a package of your services, really having your dream clients get it, get how you can help them, and really want to be able to invest in you. Okay, so all of that's coming tomorrow. I will see you here. Before I let you go, I'm going to answer any questions that I see coming up here. All right, thank you, Kelly. Any questions that have come up here? I can't really scroll through it right now. Anybody want to have any questions that come up here? I'm happy to take some questions. All right, scrolling through these comments. Health is wealth. I think you're getting there, Jen, but it's a little vague. So again, I said don't worry about the exact words. We want to definitely refine that into something that people can immediately understand. All right. Any other questions that come up? Just go ahead and type them in here. All right, you guys. I like to keep these calls really, really short to respect your time. I told you that this challenge would be 30 to 40 minutes a day. That includes reading the email, doing the exercise, coming in the Facebook group, and watching the Facebook Live. So I want to honor that. Okay, wonderful. Emma, not to worry. Yes, if you're in the Facebook, if you join Find Your Marketing Wow, we will have the live masterclass. I'd love you to come live if you can to engage, ask questions and stuff. But it will be everything. What's going to happen is that tomorrow I'm actually going to send a recap page. I put everything together, every single recording of every training, and the PDFs of all of the emails that I sent you, and the recording of the masterclass on one page. So everything will be there and nice and organized for you, so you can go through everything that we've done. So again, if you haven't yet signed up for the challenge, go to findyourmarketingwow.com. If you signed up but you're not in our Facebook group, come on in and join us, because that's where I'm going to be engaging with you. And I look forward to sharing that with you tomorrow and to talking with you then. Yes, so Peter, it will be recorded. It will be live through Sunday. So you'll have the weekend if you missed it to catch up on it. All right? Okay, wonderful, you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the Facebook group, and I'll see you tomorrow.